And today I wanted to share with you some of my personal notes from Napoleon Hill. Oh, and here's Luke. Here's Luke. Luke says hi. Napoleon Hill had a concept called accurate thinking. And accurate thinking is absolutely critical. Of all the things that I see as reasons people struggle in their businesses, they don't have accurate thinking. There's a difference between right and wrong, but there's even a bigger difference between right and almost right, because almost right still isn't right. Napoleon Hill said, "The power of thought is the most mysterious and the greatest of all powers available to people. It is also the most dangerous and the most beneficial power, depending on how it is used." So here's some of the characteristics of an accurate thinker. Number one, the accurate thinker bases his thinkings on these two fundamentals. Number one is inductive reasoning, based on the assumptions of unknown facts or hypotheses. The process of reasoning from a part to a whole. Number two is deductive reasoning, based on known facts or what are believed to be facts. The use of inference by which a conclusion necessarily falls from the premises. The accurate thinker takes two important steps in making his thinking effective. Number one, separating facts from fiction or hearsay evidence. Just because somebody says that it's a fact doesn't make it a fact. Number two is separating facts into classes, important and unimportant. The accurate thinker knows the fallacy of endeavoring to deceive others with loosely gathered opinions and makes his business never to deceive himself with such opinions. There's all kinds of opinions in the world. The favorite question of the accurate thinker is, how do you know? How do you know what you know? How do you know? Accurate thinkers permit no one to do their thinking for them. Here's a couple pointers on how to separate facts from opinions. The accurate thinker tests the accuracy of what he hears and reads by these rules. Number one, is the author a recognized authority? Number two, does the author have a motive other than imparting accurate information? There's a book called Dress for Success. A lot of people think, okay, well, the guy says if you dress better, you'll succeed more. One of the things you need to recognize about Dress for Success is that book was put together to help sell more clothes. That was put together by the fashion industry. Does the author have a motive other than imparting accurate information? Sometimes there's an agenda to sell something. So that doesn't mean it's the best information. It just means they're slanting information to try and sell you something. Number three, is the author a professional whose business is of influencing public opinion? Are they giving you the facts, or are they just trying to influence you for the purpose of an agenda, almost like a lobbyist? Number four, is there a profit interest in the subjects on which he speaks or writes? Sometimes, the facts are presented as the facts. They're not really the facts, but they're presented as the facts because there's money on the other side. Number five, is the information based on sound judgment? This is huge. There's this idea that we shouldn't judge others, and this is true, and yet one of the highest attributions of somebody is having good judgments. Just the ability to discern not only right from wrong, but right from almost right, and being able to sort that stuff out. Can the information be verified from reasonably accessible sources? Just because somebody says so and they're credible and they're expert doesn't mean that we should take it as scripture. We want to be able to verify with other sources that when you have corroborating information, more than one source, that stacks the odds in favor. Number seven is, are the statements based on common sense and experience? If you have accurate thinking, it's going to make a big difference for you. If you don't have accurate thinking, it's going to slant your ability to make good decisions. Accurate thinking, to me, is one of the most important critical pieces. You can be almost right and still not be right. The more we learn the truth of what really works, the more we learn the truth of how to make things happen, the more that we're aligned with principles of the universe, true principles of the universe, and get crystal clear information, the more we're going to have a higher degree of success. Anyway, accurate thinking is huge. If you're not as successful as you'd like to be, you might want to reevaluate your whole thinking structure and refine things to be more accurate. This is Joe Nicasio, employee